Timothée Chalamet has long been a name synonymous with cinematic excellence, a young actor whose performances have captivated audiences and critics alike, earning him accolades that place him among Hollywood's elite. From his breakout role in the tender coming-of-age drama Call Me by Your Name, where he embodied the complexities of first love with a raw vulnerability that resonated deeply, to his more recent portrayals that showcase his versatility, Chalamet has consistently pushed the boundaries of what it means to be a leading man in contemporary film. But now, in a twist that underscores his multifaceted talents, Chalamet is stepping into uncharted territory, transitioning seamlessly from the silver screen's Oscar nominations to the glittering world of music awards with his very first Grammy nod. This milestone isn't just a footnote in his burgeoning career. It's a testament to his ability to immerse himself fully in roles that demand not only emotional depth but also a musical prowess that bridges the gap between acting and artistry. The announcement of Chalamet's Grammy nomination came as a thrilling surprise to fans and industry insiders who have watched his ascent with bated breath. Specifically, he has been recognized in the category of Best Compilation Soundtrack for Visual Media for his work on the film A Complete Unknown. This category, which honors the artists and producers who bring the sonic landscape of a visual project to life, is no small feat. It requires a delicate balance of curation, performance, and production, where the music doesn't just accompany the story but becomes an integral character in its own right. For A Complete Unknown, a film that delves into the enigmatic life of the legendary folk singer Bob Dylan, Chalamet didn't merely act, he inhabited the role so completely that his vocal contributions to the soundtrack feel like an extension of Dylan's own spirit. Out of the 23 tracks that comprise this ambitious album, Chalamet lends his voice to an impressive 17, a majority that makes him the undeniable heart of the project. This eligibility for the nomination speaks volumes about his commitment. He wasn't content to lip-sync or defer to session musicians. Instead, he dove headfirst into the recording process, channeling the gravelly introspection and poetic cadence that defined Dylan's early career. Imagine, if you will, the recording studio sessions. Dim lights casting long shadows on soundproofed walls, the faint hum of amplifiers, and Chalamet, microphone in hand, poring over lyrics that have echoed through generations. Songs like Blowin' in the Wind, or The Times They Are A-Changin', reinterpreted through his lens, must carry the weight of historical reverence while infusing a fresh, youthful urgency. It's this alchemy, blending reverence with reinvention, that elevates the soundtrack from mere accompaniment to a standalone artistic triumph. The Grammy nod acknowledges not just the technical mastery but the emotional authenticity Chalamet brings to each note. In a category where competition is fierce, he's up against heavyweights like the pulsating energy of F1, the movie's high-octane score, the ethereal pop-infused vibes of K-pop Demon Hunters, the soul-stirring melodies of Sinners, and the whimsical orchestrations of Wicked. Each of these projects represents a pinnacle in visual media soundtracks, yet Chalamet's entry stands out for its intimate, narrative-driven approach, mirroring the film's exploration of an artist's solitary evolution. Chalamet's reaction to this honor was characteristically understated yet profoundly resonant. Shortly after the nominations were unveiled, he turned to his official social media, resharing a post from Rolling Stone that celebrated the achievement. Overlaid on the image were two simple words: "Dream big." In an era where celebrity responses often veer toward the extravagant or overly scripted, this brevity is refreshing. It harks back to the dreamer in Chalamet, the one who, at just 29 years old, has already amassed a resume that many actors twice his age would envy. Dream big isn't just a caption. It's a mantra, a quiet affirmation of the audacious goals that have propelled him from indie darling to global icon. It evokes the boundless ambition that saw him take on roles as diverse as the interstellar heir in Dune, the chocolate factory visionary in Wonka, and now the introspective troubadour in A Complete Unknown. Each project has been a dream realized, a step toward embodying characters who grapple with their own outsized aspirations. This Grammy nomination arrives hot on the heels of yet another whirlwind award season for Chalamet, where his portrayal of Bob Dylan has garnered widespread acclaim. For A Complete Unknown, he has secured nominations across the board: Best Actor at the Oscars, the BAFTAs, the Critics' Choice Awards, the Golden Globes, and, most triumphantly, a win at the Screen Actors Guild Awards. That SAG victory, in particular, must have felt like a collective embrace from his peers, a validation of the painstaking preparation that went into capturing Dylan's essence, from the meticulous study of his mannerisms to the hours spent perfecting that signature nasal drawl. The Oscars nod, his second after Call Me by Your Name, positions him as a perennial contender, an actor whose youth belies a maturity in performance that rivals the greats. It's rare for someone so early in their career to accumulate such hardware, and Chalamet's trajectory suggests he's not slowing down anytime soon. Delving deeper into the EGOT conversation, the prestigious quartet of Emmy, Grammy, Oscar and Tony Awards that define entertainment's pantheon, Chalamet's progress is both inspiring and tantalizingly incomplete. With 2 Oscar nominations already under his belt, one for the sun-drenched romance of Call Me By Your Name and now for the folk-infused biopic A Complete Unknown, he's firmly planted in that category. The fresh Grammy nod marks his entry into the music awards realm, a crossover that few actors achieve with such organic flair. Yet the Emmy and Tony elude him for now. No small-screen triumphs have earned him television's highest honor, nor has he graced the Broadway stage in a way that commands theatrical acclaim. But at 29, time is on his side. The EGOT path is notoriously arduous. Only a handful of luminaries like Audrey Hepburn, Richard Rodgers, and more recently Viola Davis have crossed the finish line. Chalamet's 2 for 4 status is a promising start, a foundation built on versatility. One can envision future projects. A prestige TV series where he leads an ensemble drama, perhaps a stage adaptation of one of his films, that could fill those gaps. Until then, this Grammy nod serves as a bridge, linking his acting prowess to a broader artistic identity. What makes Chalamet's foray into music so compelling is how it mirrors the evolution of modern stardom. In an industry increasingly blurred by lines between mediums, actors like him are no longer confined to scripts and sets. They're composers, singers, and cultural curators. His performance on 17 tracks of A Complete Unknown isn't a gimmick, it's a necessity born of the role. To play Dylan without singing him would be inauthentic, a half measure that Chalamet, ever the perfectionist, couldn't abide. This immersion has paid dividends, not just in awards buzz but in how it humanizes him. Fans see beyond the heartthrob facade to the artist.